Hello, hello. Happy birthday, Leo. Yeah. Okay, I've got the cards laid out for you, so we're going to do the reading for your happy birthday. This will be for your year. This will be the central thing, what's going on here. These three cards. This will be about the next 4 months or so. That will end, and then there'll be another 4 months, and then we'll come across the last 4 months to the year. So the cards are kind of in place, so let's go ahead and get a look. Okay. And we have let's see here, we have the Five of Wands. And as you can see, it's Wands is a fire sign. It's a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And as you can see, lots of people are just kind of at a party, kind of having a good time, but no one seems to know what's going on. Somebody's trying to get things in order. I think that's probably you, Leo. You're kind of pulling your hair out with so much going on. So then your next card, and then here is Death. Yeah, you're probably wanting a death to all this craziness. So that's kind of there. And then you have, okay, this, I think it's a helping card. This is 21 in the world. I know it just seems like the old guy just kind of sleeps and has forgotten about his magazine, but yeah, he thinks about the world, and I think that's kind of you. If you start seeing the bigger picture, I think things might go well. So let's see how your let's see how your year's going to start out. This is going to be right around your birthday, a little after. We have Ace of Pentacles. That'll be good. That means good material wealth. This should set the tone for the year. Next to this one is the Knight of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. If it is a Capricorn, it's kind of could be a tumultuous relationship or friendship you're having. You may be kind of wanting to drop this person. And then, of course, you've got the Tower. It usually means, as you can see here, it's kind of a facade that's following a lot of exterior phoniness, and there's an ugly structure inside that's coming into view. Usually the Tower is considered the dreaded card of the tarot, but it means a lot of sudden change. It can mean that you kind of maybe held on to some things. Maybe a relationship you kind of held on to. Maybe it's not working anymore. Here's a Nine of Swords. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, moving very fast. I know you're not quite the most. You don't like to move fast. You don't like to make changes for change's sake. I know your strength is you. I think about you every time I draw the strength card. Yeah, this guy or this girl's kind of impossible. Just moving fast, just kind of slashing away things. I think you're getting to not appreciate that. Could be a coworker, family member. We'll see. And then the next card. And this will be coming out, this will be, the first part will be August, September, October, November, and then December, January, February, March. So this will be sort of March, April. You may, it's Two of Swords, it's blindfolded, it's kind of indecision. This Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius may be in a state of indecision, which is you're going to find frustrating. You're going to feel like, wow, I'm going the whole year. And then remember the Tower, you're building up on things, and maybe that's going to come down. Here's Three of Swords. I say there that she's kind of straight-laced and has kind of what I call false thinking. I'm not saying this is necessarily you. This is, again, could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. These could be different people, these different cards. You may have a earth sign in your background. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and look at the oracle cards. Oh, and then let's finish this. Um, you have the Hanged Man. I think this is kind of that sort of sets the tone for your whole year. I think I'm sorry to say you're going to be kind of hanging around. I say that's hanging around. It's the tarot is kind of more or less the major arcana is the story of the fool. I'm not saying you're a fool. Actually, you're probably not a fool at all whatsoever. But in the beginning, he's the fool, and then as he gets about midway through, he sort of hangs in there and kind of wants to just. It's actually kind of comfortable, even though hanging is kind of a weird thing. It's bad for you, but okay. Let's look at this oracle card. Okay, it's oak. You know, the first thing I saw oak, I think very strong, very strong. This is your strength. You know, and as the roots go down below, it's kind of the old saying, "As above, so below," and it does apply to the oak. It's a very, very revered tree in Celtic lore, and so I thought of you with this Celtic deck, so I thought I'd try one of these. You know, here's your enchanted map. You know, Field of Dreams. I mean, that's, you know, this is all going to be going on with some of these other trouble. I know this is how you get through, how we all get through, but how you're getting through, you know, very, you know, it is Field of Dreams. I mean, it's, you know, there's some, you know, a couple people that kind of maybe bursting out of eggs, or new birth, new life is coming. It's a very, you know, pleasant place, and I think overall that means you're going to be, you know, in a rather pleasant place despite what's going on. I mean, this is obviously you're a diverse person, but you got a lot going on with people around you. Seeing the true you, I kind of think this is a good one for you too, because I think in some cases this is the Sacred Rebel deck. I think, you know, yeah, I think in a lot of ways to get out of some of this chaos, you're going to have to see the true you. I think to some degree you're just going to have to say, you know, to heck with it, with all this craziness going on with these people that can't decide, they can't, you know, they're involved with false beliefs. An elephant, you gain the love and wisdom that is passed from one generation to the next. I think family is going to come in really important. I think you're going to seek some strength from your family. I hope so. I hope this reading will help you. The last one here is the kind of another little kind of the blue lady. Nothing is impossible. I think this kind of this is kind of the crowning glory for this reading for you, for happy birthday. So I think this is kind of really a saying, you know. I almost suggest you adopt the saying, you know, nothing is impossible. And because I know you're determined, you're strong, you need to use all your strengths, and you know, try to. I think you get there. I think you get this kind of an easy start to the year, and then it starts becoming very. You're gonna feel, I think, in a way, you're gonna feel like in kind of a quagmire by the end of the year, and then this, you know, this is just going on, this craziness, and you know, you may know other Leos and other Aries and Sagittarius, and it's probably just, you know, Wands is fire sign. You may want to do like she does here and just take a scythe to it all, just cut it out, get rid of it, chop it all down, just get rid of the weeds. You know, she's looking like she's kind of death dressed in black, just sort of the death to the weeds. You know, I feel like you're probably wanting to pull weeds this year, and a lot of people do. You know, social media, things like that. But you know, I think, you know, you got the world helping you. You know, I'm sorry the sun isn't here. I think of you, Leo, whenever I see the sun. So yeah, I think, you know, it's, again, you know, hang in there. It's another year to hang in there. So yeah, sure. I think this is a good reading. Got some challenges, but you know, life is challenges. You know, we live in very challenging times, and so, you know, again, I think you have some really good luck coming this year. I think, you know, if it's a prediction of the future, I think, you know, a lot of this is kind of saying, you know, once you know, these things will get you through. Your strength will get you through these troublesome moments and difficulties, and then later on, the next several months, um, you know, December, January, February, March, somewhere around that period, I think, kind of think of it as a field of dreams, and then seeing the true you, I think, is kind of a good way to go. And then I sort of see these kind of coming out and saying, this is really going on, and then this is kind of the background. I think you kind of have probably you almost feel like you're living a life of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but I think, I don't think you're neurotic. I think what's going on is just people are just neurotic anymore. It seems like, and I'm thinking you're probably blaming yourself, and I don't think you should. I think, seeing the true you, and then nothing is impossible. I think use your strength. You have all the strength working for you, and I hope that your family is there to help you out. Elephants are very, very, very big about their families, and their they really live in their society. They're smart animals, and I think elephants a good thing there. I think looks like you might this one here too. You might need to look at a older family member who might give you some wisdom. That's why I say the world. That's why I'm saying maybe you have an older grandfather, or maybe you have an older mom or grandmother or somebody like that, and then maybe she is a blue lady. I think, and then maybe she does live out in the Midwest somewhere. I was thinking of the Midwest somewhere with Field of Dreams. But I think yeah, it's a good reading, so I hope that helps you. So okay, well, I've gone on a little bit, so again, happy birthday, Leo. It looks like you got a good year. Some challenges, but I think you'll get through them. And then just, I really want to just reiterate, nothing is impossible. So, okay, well, all right. You have a good year. Thanks.